All right, welcome back. Now, joining me now is Christina Sansayer from Ziff Law Firm. Now, there was a pretty big act that Governor Cuomo signed last week, the Child Victims Act. Let's get into that a little bit. Let's start off by talking about what are some of the stipulations of that bill?
Yeah, so this has been a long time coming. I mean, it's been over 13 years that this bill has been discussed, and several other states have already passed similar measures. It really changes two aspects of our justice system, one involving the criminal justice system and one involving the civil justice system. So in terms of the criminal justice system, until this bill was passed, when a very serious sexual crime was committed against a child, there was no statute of limitations. But for lower level crimes, there was a 5-year statute, which meant prosecutors had to bring a charge within 5 years. This changed the rules as they apply to these lower level crimes, and it says prosecutors have until a person turns age 28 to hold perpetrators accountable. That area never met too much pushback. The area that met tremendous pushback was in the civil end of things. Normally, there was a statute of limitations that was told until a person turned 18, and then it was a 3 or a 5-year statute, depending. So a person who was the victim of a crime could not sue civilly once the statute has passed. This changed that and extends the statute of limitations until a person turns 55. The big piece is that it's going to open up a 1-year window starting in August where a person can sue for crimes of a sexual nature that occurred at any time. And the pushback has occurred not from kind of your individual perpetrators, but from institutions. So we're mainly talking about the Catholic Church that now faces great exposure, schools, and insurance companies that are concerned there's going to be a flood of litigation because of things that occurred possibly decades ago.
Yeah, but this will definitely affect those victims that are suffering maybe later in their adult life. They can finally come forward and do something about it.
Absolutely, and that's been the argument all along is when these crimes happen against young people, it often takes people possibly decades to come to terms with it. This is going to allow people to have access to the justice system as they should.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to get clarification on a bill like that, and I'm glad that it did get signed. Got signed. All right, thanks, Christina. And now we're going to toss it. 18 News will be right back after our live lotto.